Yo, it's Darkman, and yesterday, I got a 1959 end enter, which is my second fastest end enter, and it's sub 21 pace, which is pretty cool. The run sadly did not become sub 21 because Dragon's Breath is a thing. So yeah, I'm just kind of running around here, and I see a village, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going there. And then I see a lava pool, and I'm like, okay, well, I know where I'm going after this village. Only bad thing is that it's pretty far. It's not really far, it's just that it's over water. I probably should have gone a dolphin. I mean, not a boat, but it's okay. I did get a boat to come back here after the village, though. I'm very proud of this run. It's probably one of my best played runs in RSG. Kind of just in general, when it's not talking for SSG. My 2201 is probably the best. I don't think there was like, I don't really even think there was that many mistakes in the 2201. There were two mistakes, and one of them is right here, obviously, with the boat. And then another one is later that cost me like 30-40 seconds ish. So, yeah. So I see a hotel, and also while swimming, I saw a blacksmith. So that's nice, but this day, I don't know why. I just couldn't get a good blacksmith for the life of me. And I don't think this was one of the good ones. I think this was one of the bad ones. I got like two good ones yesterday out of like freaking 10. I don't like 2 for 10 on good blacksmiths, and I think this is a bad one. I think it had like a sword or something. I don't know. I guess we'll see, because I don't remember. Oh yeah, I grabbed like, what, 5 hay bales? Because I have 10 bread. So it's 1 to clutch, and then plus the 4, plus the 36 wheat, that's 4 hay, but that's like 12 bread, so 22 bread is enough, for sure. So, yeah. Oh yeah, this is, yeah. It had freaking 10 bread. That's average, so it's not really good. I guess I got armor too, but like, some armor is not really the best. That helps for sure, but it's not really that important, honestly. If that was just like, I don't know, if that was just like a normal blacksmith, this could have been PB and enter. Like that could have, if it just had 3 iron, like enough for an iron pickaxe, this could have probably been PB and enter. Because my 2045 has my best end enter, and I think it's like 1948, 1947 around there. So this is only like, this is less than 15 seconds behind my best end enter. So it could have, it's possible for sure. And also, of course, the 30-40 second mistake definitely cost me possible sub 20 pace. I wouldn't say it's 100% sub 20 pace, but it's possible. I also make a button there, accidentally, but it actually worked out really perfectly because it, now my boat is in the perfect slot. Like that's how I would have put it anyway. But accidental button clutch, actually, or accidental bunny craft. So now I'm out of the village at like 3:30, which is okay, I guess. I'm thinking this should be a sub 4 enter, which by the way, it's not. I sub 5 enter, but it's not. It's like a 5 flat. It's not really that bad. I'll play these enters, not bad. The problem I have is I'm at 0-0 basically. This lava pool is like around 0-0, and I'm either thinking I'm gonna have to get like 2-3 extra pearls to like pearl, but in the end that doesn't happen because I wanted to PB Netherleaf, so I just decided to just go on 12 and not have any extras because yeah, but it actually worked out pretty well, as you'll see later. So yeah, we're here at the lava pool like 4:25 ish. Yeah. Yeah, as you can see, I'm like 0-0. I don't know, when I first saw the lava pool, I thought it was gonna be like bad, and now that I see it here, I'm like, okay, this should be okay. And then I see that it's only like one deep, so I'm like, okay, well, I think it should be enough. But I was a little scared, but it's okay, it's okay. We should be in. Oh, okay, we should be entering here. Yeah, like 5 flat, 501. It's decent enter. So I'm going to try and write down my chords, but then I see magma cube, so I'm like, okay, 10 negative 10 is what I have to write, and then I instantly see a fortress, and I'm like, okay, this is a run, because I am in a basalt, and warped usually spawns in the outskirts of basalt, so yeah. So I'm in a fort at 530. Pretty crazy. Yeah, that wither skeleton, I thought it could get me, but I guess I couldn't. And I just kind of use all my wood that I got to just block myself in. And these rates, really good rates. Let's count them. 1 for 2 so far. 1 for 3. And 2 for 4, I think. Yep. They really pick up at the end, which is really nice. And here I finally had the chance to write down my coordinates of the home portal, so I just kind of do that now. And yeah, this guy's in the air for some reason, but yeah. 3 for 5, 4 for 6. I didn't even really need to mine that much of the spawner because I got like consistent 2 spawns and the rates were really good. So I'm looking around to see if I can find warp. Then I'm like, okay, well, or at least like find a direction. And I see, okay, well, I'm gonna go that way that I just punched because that looks like the best way to go. From what I could see. And 5 for 7 and 6 for 8. So yeah, I'm out. Really fast fort split. Like 130. I fall here, which is cringe. And then I'm out like 705. And I'm going to the terrain I was thinking, to the fortress. And yeah, now we're just kind of going. Yeah, I'm just kind of running because this is like the best direction, and I think I start. Yeah, I see Netherwaste, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's good because I. If I switch quadrants, I guess I could find a bastion as well. Although, definitely prefer warp in this situation. Just looking. And then I decided to go back, and I'm like, okay, I think this is where I should be going, theoretically. And, oh, yeah, that was close. I forgot about that. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to go here, and I'm just going to take a leap of faith. And I land the hay bale clutch. And around here is where I'm thinking, okay, well, I guess this is the one time I need warped. I don't have warped. And I already did the 4, and I'm like, well, I guess this is another dead run. I guess I'll look a little bit more. And I go this way, and I see. Wait, after I finish mining this netherrack, warped. I see it at 840. Insane. And now, this is crazy space. Because I'm gonna start warped at like 9:30, which if everything goes well, could be like a 12xx nether leave, which obviously didn't happen. But you know, we it's okay. It's 12:30. It's alright. And I find really good warp terrain here, and I'm like, wow, okay. I think I've had a faster warp start than this maybe once. I think I've had like a 8-minute warp start with all rods. And I left like sub 14 Netherleaf pace, but then stuff happened, but it's okay. Because that run doesn't exist anymore. and it would have been bad anyway. I don't think it would have been. I don't think it would have beat my PV. Maybe, I don't know. It was like 1,300 blocks or something, but it was like a long time ago. I don't really remember. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, maybe I could get the extra pros I wanted to get, but obviously I didn't get that because this warped started off really good, but then it kind of just like fell off, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's bruh. But yeah, I don't really got much to say. Apart from next time I enter the end, I will not choke. It's semi my fault, but like, kinda nah. I don't know. I'm just kind of annoyed because Dragon's Breath kind of sucks. But next time I won't choke. It'll be PB pace. It'll be sub 20 pace, and I will land the jump cycle in at least a minute and 5 seconds and under, preferably under a minute. But you know, I'ma do it, and it's gonna be fire, and I'm gonna celebrate. Yeah, it's cutting it really close though. I'm trying to beat my PB before it becomes 1 year old, which by the way is on December 31st, and I remember this because it was the last sub 30 of 2023, and it was almost the last sub 20 if I just played the seed normally, like good, but I played it bad. This was not played bad though. This is definitely not as good of a seed as the 2045, and it almost beat it. So it just shows how decent of a seed I could get. It still just play well and just almost beat me. Now don't get me wrong, the seed is good, but it's, if you see the 2045, it's not as good as that. The stronghold in the seed is further from 0-0, or just not 0-0, just from spawn, and 0-0, I guess. The nether is worse. The nav is worse. Like, everything's just worse in the seed, and I almost beat the 2045 in this. But yeah, just trying to beat it before it becomes a year old. But yeah, so I'm just trying to beat it before, basically just trying to beat it before 2025. If I can beat it before 2025, I'll be really proud. And yeah, I have 10, I think. And if these two guys dropped, this would have been sub 14. But this guy didn't drop. Only this guy dropped. I could have left here because it was a 3-eye. Wait. No, he didn't drop. Okay. I mean, I still could have left here because it was a 3-eye, but who's really going to leave on 10? Like, come on. I don't know. I hate this with the enemy, man. Sometimes you look at them. You could even hit them and they won't get mad at you for some dumb reason. I don't know why. It's just dumb, and I hate it. It's weird. Yeah. I don't really want to take these eye rolls at this point because, like, I don't know. I just wanted to guarantee a good run. And I mean, if an eye breaks, it's not guaranteed. But, like, I usually just send the village. I send the village here. I just always send the village, man. It's honestly just, yeah. But, yeah. Definitely could have left. This was a 3-eye. I could have thrown a few pros. Maybe if my PV gets like really low, or maybe if I'm like cutting it really close. Maybe if I threw a pro in this run, it probably would have been sub 2045 pace, and I probably would have just locked in more and probably would have completed it. But that's okay, I guess. And here I'm gonna leave after this guy. Oh no, he doesn't drop either, so I'm not. Oh no, wait, no, I do leave. So 13:30. It should be sub 15. But here comes the 30-40 second mistake in a bit. You can see that this is actually a lot. Warped is a lot closer if I just went this way. Because you can already just see the 4. It's very close. It's just that I decided a way that just wasn't really the right way. Yeah. This is kind of risky because big magma cube, but oh my god, I just freaking crank it, dude. And here, I was gonna go up, and I'm like, ah, hell no. There's freaking Wither in a blaze? Nah, bro, I'm chill. And here, this is where the mistake starts. You see that passageway right there? In the good part of the 4? If I went there, this would have been sub 15. Because in my mind, there's terrain up there, and I'm like, okay, well, that's where my home portal is, right? And then I get scared. And I'm towering up, right? And then I see in a second, I will see that this leads to absolutely nothing, and I'm like, bro, I just choked sub 15 other leaf right there. And then I'm like, okay, well, not really much you can do now, right? So I kind of just have to go back and go the way that I was supposed to go. I don't know how, but that guy missed all of his shots. Somehow I'm grateful, though. I probably would have died. And then I go this way, didn't do the good way, good part of the fort. And then, yeah, you can see the terrain now looks very familiar because this high terrain is where my home portal is. And, you know, I finally beat my Nether Leaf PB after a year with the 1530. Beats it by about 30 seconds with the much worse Nether, so I'm really proud of that. This also beats my Nether split PB by about like 6 seconds-ish, like less than 10 seconds or something. So it's not sub 10, but it's okay. Okay, sub 10, so. And I'm like, okay, well, let's prepare for average dark mid distance. And then I see this, and I'm like, okay, it's actually not that bad. And I'm assuming here, okay, maybe it could be like negative 800, 200. Because that's where the eye kind of pointed. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking in my mind right now. And I'm thinking, if it is that way, I guess this has a chance of PB, maybe? Because, I mean, to beat the game in 4 minutes from now, and me having to run at, from what I think, 700 more blocks, that's kind of crazy. And I'm gonna need really good nav and a really high stronghold for this. And I did get it. I'm gonna spoil it now. I did get a really high stronghold. My nav wasn't bad, but it also wasn't the best. If I did it in one take, it definitely could have been sub 2045 pace. But was still sub 21 pace, so I'm not gonna be too mad. But yeah, that happens. So yeah, and I'm already about 500 blocks more, and then I'm beyond the village. Because I think it was like negative 900, 100-ish, which is nice. So yeah. So I just realized my 2558 was also from a Savannah village, and it was like decent distance. It's kind of crazy. And I look here and I see the village, and I'm like, okay, well, that's interesting. And this is what I should have done, okay? In my mind, if I run there, it's probably not PV pace. So I should have just yanked the Pearl, bro. Like, honestly, I'm going for PB. Like, I should have just yanked a Pearl. And it would have paid off, because it would have saved 15 seconds, which is all I needed to be on PB pace. And the portal was a 3. So it was just so fine. I still would have had a Pearl for Crit Bug and to go to the island. Like, I don't know. But, you know, I guess under these situations, I don't really think like that. But next time I get on pace, I definitely will try and think like that, because it's definitely going to save me a lot of time. So I'm thinking, okay, this is super on angle. I'm just going to kill the golem and just going to send it, because that's what I usually do. And I have my beds already in my inventory. I'm kind of just set for end fight already. Only thing I need is just a few more blocks, but obviously I'll get that from the dig down. I got a lot less than what I had expected, because the stronghold was pretty high. But I still have nether blocks, so it's not that bad. It's still good. So I dig. See, that's the wrong way, so I go here. Yeah, there's like 40 more seconds in the run, and you'll see how. The strong is really high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Little water cave. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 blocks. And I go straight hard left. Then I go here, it's not there, then I'm just trying to... I wasn't even trying to just do normal Shohan Ave. I knew the pace, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to roam around. I'm just going to try and go. And the round's going to end soon, so yeah, goodbye. And sad run, but good pace. I'll PB. I'll sub 20 on the next end enter, so yeah. Trust. And goodbye now.